What's up, YouTube? Christophernegroni is back, and today it's a big day. It's the big reveal of my new watch. I've teased you enough. I cannot wait to share this with you. I've been smiling from ear to ear since I've gotten this watch. Whew! I bought my Grail watch, guys. Now, this is a watch that I did not expect to come this soon. I'd thrown it out a couple times, in the past couple years, and kind of putting it out into the universe that I want this watch. And I never knew when it would come. I never knew when I'd not only be able to buy this watch, but when I'd be offered this watch. This is also a watch that I had hesitated going after, like full-fledged going after, because it's a watch that I kind of felt like I had to live up to. It's kind of silly, but maybe it'll make more sense after the review. Now, I have to say this before we go any further, but the term Grail watch, a Grail watch is different for everybody. It'll evolve, it'll change in most instances. I remember when my Rolex Submariner was my Grail watch at one point. One man's Grail may be a Bubba Watson Richard Mille, while another man may lust over a Tissot PRX. They may feel the exact same way that I feel about the watch that I'm going to present to you. And that's okay. That's the beauty of watch collecting. It's all relative and it's individual. But this is my Grail watch, so let's make it official. Let's do the unboxing. We're here. I think by now everyone can tell it's a Rolex. So for all you haters, sorry, but I'm not sorry. Got a large box, so the mystery unravels just a bit more. Put that to the side. I'm ready when you are. You know what? I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna savor this. I'm gonna savor this moment. Got my Negroni. How could I drink anything else right now? I'm gonna take it all in. Take it all in, Chris. The torture is kind of fun. Sorry, guys. All right. Here we go. It's the outer box. Let's just put that to the side. Okay, here we go. And there she motherfucking is. None other than the Rolex Daydate 40, reference 228235, in Rolex's Ever Rose Gold, featuring the olive green anniversary dial with deconstructed Roman numerals. God, it's a thing of beauty. And I'm so very, very grateful to have this watch in my collection. I'd only ever seen this watch in pictures prior to purchasing it, and that was enough for me to fall in love with the combination of Ever Rose and olive green way back when this beauty was released in 2016. But seeing it in person for the first time, I'm telling you, it damn near brought me to tears. Damn near brought a grown man to tears. I'm still in shock and in awe when I see this watch. I put it out into the universe. I've talked about it on many of my previous videos. I even had a Q&A last year, and someone asked me what was my Grail watch, and without hesitation, it was the olive green Daydate. So let's take a closer look at what I deem as the most beautiful Rolex ever made. So Rolex calls their rose gold alloy Ever Rose because of its unique hue, its brilliance, its resistance to tarnish. It's comprised of 75% gold, 20% copper, palladium, and indium. The unique Ever Rose color with the olive green combination is simply stunning. The green isn't a bright sunray like you'll find on the Hulk. It isn't as saturated as the green OP. Rather, the chosen green is a much more sophisticated dark green with a sunray finish that manages to glisten in the light while inviting its wearer to peer deeper. It's what I would describe as kind of a mysterious green, depending on the lighting conditions. Of course, you've got the best bracelet ever made, in my humble opinion, the President bracelet that transitions from the outer brushing to the high polishing, back to the brushing. It's a perfect balance. It's a perfect balance of the high polished oyster case of the watch head. Now, it only took Rolex 60 years to realize that 40 millimeters is the perfect size for the Rolex Daydate. We've got a lug to lug of 47 millimeters, and my favorite measurement of this watch is just how slim and trim it is at 12 millimeters, thick or thin. With the heft and the case proportions, this watch is it's an absolute dream to own and wear. I'm still in awe. I am in love with every single high polished feature of the case, to the bracelet, to the fluted bezel, and even the Roman numerals will catch every inch of light that reflects on it. It dances in the light. It lives for it. But this luscious Ever Rose does a wonderful job of just balancing out the loudness of the light play. The copper is so subtle, but yet you get these high polishes that they just pop. And together, that combination of the subtle rose gold and the high polish, it's just overall perfect. So right after picking up this beauty, we went out to a nice sushi dinner, which it's become kind of a tradition when we get a new watch. And I couldn't get over just how beautiful the glow of the watch was under dimly lit conditions. It of course comes out to play in the sunlight, but it stays out late to party in the evening glow. The Daydate really makes you feel like a different person when you put it on. You not only feel the weight of the watch, the supple 18 karat gold hug that warms your wrist. No, it's more than that. I describe it as the weight of the man I want to live up to. I can feel the weight of the life I strive to create for myself and my family. This watch carries the weight of the significance of all the historical figures who also chose to bear the weight of the Daydate. They say the watch does not make the man, and I agree with that. We wear the watch, but I think this watch pushes the man to different heights, and I can feel it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I bought my Grail watch and I love everything about it. Like I mentioned before, I did not expect to buy this watch for a while. The Daydate in general, I've always thought of as a kind of a milestone watch. Something you see an older gentleman wearing. An older gentleman that's kind of accomplished a lot, and he's kind of slowing down. He's kind of relaxing in life. So it feels a little strange buying this watch while I'm relatively still pretty young. I've got a lot more living to do. So it feels a little bit strange buying such a big piece already. But it's kind of like when I was younger. My mom used to buy me sneakers that were a tad too big, And she used to say, don't worry about it. You'll grow into it. And that's kind of how I feel about this watch. Plus, the purchase was an occasion in itself. It didn't need a huge milestone for me. Getting the call and seeing the watch was an occasion in itself. And it was a kind of a sign from the universe. It was a sign that I was ready. Getting the call was enough for me. This watch makes me rethink everything. It makes me rethink my whole collecting strategy. When I put on this watch, I really thought about it. I asked myself, would I rather have the 3, 4, 5, even 6 different watches that kind of added up to its monetary value? Or would I rather have this watch? Would I rather have something special, something grail level, you know, and just wear it more? And that was an easy answer. I'll take the Daydate. I'll take the Daydate every single time. This is hands down the best watch that I've ever owned. It's gonna be really hard to beat this watch, honestly. This is a watch that embodies all of Rolex. This is all of Rolex in one watch. It's got the brand's color, special dial color. This is a true heirloom piece that I can wear for the rest of my life, pass on to my kids, and let them decide on what they want to do. Hopefully they don't sell it. Hopefully they don't, realize that they can buy a couple of cars with this watch, but I won't care because I'll be dead. But yeah, I think less is more, you guys. Less is more. Although I still want a Daytona. And I know that everyone thought that this was going to be the Daytona. I saw your comments. I read your comments. Everyone's saying, oh, congrats on your Daytona. Let me tell you something. This watch does not mean I'm not getting a Daytona. I will get a Daytona because I'm a man of persistence, relentless persistence. Oh, and besides, this watch is 10 times better than a steel Daytona. It just is. It just is, all right? This is quite possibly the most beautiful Rolex ever made. I honestly believe that. And she's all mine, guys. My precious. My precious. My precious. I'm so stoked about this. God damn, it never gets old. Woo! Well, I guess that's all. I guess that's all she wrote, you guys. Until next time. Negroni out!